Hey guys, Kev here, and I have a cool knife to talk about today. This is the Bridgeport Knives 1827FL, aka the frame lock. So this is a new Bridgeport Knives design, and he did a pre-order on these bad boys, which have all been shipped and delivered, as I understand it, and he's going to be doing a drop. So he was kind enough to send me two of these to check out. So this is the one that I decided I'm gonna keep in the pocket and keep in the collection. And then I have another one right here that is gonna get passed around my pass around group. And this is a pretty cool knife. You have bead blasted scales, just really nice heavy bead blast, black accents everywhere, and a beautiful black wash 20 CB blade with a hollow grind. Nice little bit of jimping up here, a pill-shaped hole. I really love the detail on the back spacer. I don't know if you can see that, kind of just these little milling lines right there. It's very, very cool. They are flat scales, but it's comfortable in the hand. You have that trademark Bridgeport clip right there. It also has those faint milling lines, which is really, really cool. You have a blank pivot there. And then let's take a look. That plunge grind looks good. Comes right about there, so you have plenty of sharpening life on this knife. It is milled on the inside on both sides. I'll grab a flashlight here for you guys so you can see. Hopefully you can see the pockets in there on both sides of the knife. There you go. Very, very cool. Let's take a look at the other version as well. This is the box they come in. Nice Bridgeport box. These are OEM by Kubi. You get a Bridgeport cloth, and then here is your knife. This one is going to be an all stonewashed version. And or all bead blast. I don't know. I guess the handle's bead blast. Maybe this is a stonewash or a blast and tumble. And then this blade is definitely like acid etched or something. It's very, very cool. Same thing with the hardware, right? You have a front flipper, which is very nicely jimped up and around. This is the correct way to do a front flipper. You have a frame lock, so left-handed, depending on the version you get, it could be a little harder to flick than others. Like this one, if I come up here at all, it locks up completely, where this one, I can still flick it even a little bit higher, even though if I feel them, the detents are about the same. If anything, this one's slightly stronger, but they're very close. So it's interesting. One thing I'd note is I tried to reverse the clip and I could not. I battled with this thing to get the filler tab out and I just could not get it out. I tried everything. I tried, sticking a Q-tip in there. I tried shoving a cloth through and yanking it out. I tried prying it a little bit. You can see I marred up the screw a little bit. I even took the knife apart. I put in skiffs. So this knife right here takes 5mm, 1/16, 11 ball skiff bearings. You can use my code LeftyEDC over at skiffworkshop.com, and that'll take 10% off your skiff order. But you can see, you can do the rollback move. You can reach up here and do the reach around. I did Loctite this pretty tight with those skiffs in there, so I'm hoping that'll break in. It looks like it's already beginning to do that. There is no play at all, up, down, left, right. It is an absolute bank vault. I might just take a touch of KPL Heavy here and drop that on the detent track. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Just take a little dot like that. Flip the knife open. Try to find that detent ball right there. And I'm just going to touch it with my KPL Heavy. And then I'm going to open and close it with a little bit of pressure on that lock bar like this. Work in that heavy. And what I'm doing is trying to open and close it to where it's not actually opening all the way. See how it's jumping off the ball there? But it's not locking up all the way. That's okay. mainly want to hit this area right here, the main track. And then just a little bit here. And then I'm going to close it. And I'm going to grab another Q-tip. And I'm going to clean up any excess. Because there's going to be a little bit. See that? There's going to be a little bit right here. That's how that works. And that way we don't end up inadvertently causing some lock stick. So let's fire it and see if that bought us anything. And there we go. We have a beautiful drop now. Same tight blade, but oh, come on. There it goes. So that's going to break in really nicely. We are pretty much dead center, maybe ever so slightly over to this side, but it's pretty close. This one's the same. God, that's dead on. So, like I said, this one's going to get passed around my pass around group. So hopefully the guys there will appreciate checking this guy out. I didn't take this one apart or anything, so this one's fully stock. One thing I wanted to point out on this knife are the specs, and then I wanted to compare it to the 395 V2 and the Divo Mash. So if you look here, we have a 3 1/4, maybe 3.3 inch blade, 7.6-ish overall, which is really, really nice. Compared to, here's the 395 V2. This is the last knife from Bridgeport. I love this knife. 3-inch blade and 7 overall on that. And then the Mash, I think, is a good comparison. This is our Divo Knives Mash. And, you know, they both have these sheep's foot hollow ground blades. And we're looking at 3.3 here and 7.5 on this one. So just slightly shorter on the Mash. Same blade length, though. Maybe a little more. But one big difference here is the Mash does not have any type of front flipper. I've never actually tried. Yeah, ow. This has a front flipper on it, which is nice. That jimping comes up and around beautifully. Really well done. I love the details. I love the clip. I mean, I really like this model. The lock bar access is really well done. I think it's going to be a popular model. Now, the price on this guy is $245, at least listed on the website at the time of recording this. The 1827 frame lock is $245. Looks like there's going to be a drop coming. Comes in these two versions. And it's in 20 CV with extensive milling. And I think what he means by that is the internal milling and then maybe some of the milling on the clip and the backspacer. I will say that I did try to get this tab out and it did start coming out. So I think it's just going to be hit or miss with that. And if you have any issues, just hit up Garrett over at Bridgeport and I'm sure he's going to help you out. He's a good dude, and I'm really happy for him and everything he's doing. So I think that will do it for the video. I may do another sort of overview or roundup, or, you know, I'll do something probably after I carry this for a little while because I obviously just got it. And I'm really enjoying it so far. So thank you to Garrett for sending this my way. Just to be upfront, he did send both of these to me. I did not pay for them, but I, again, will be passing this one around. And this one will probably stick around just because I have the 395. This was a gift from Garrett as well, because this one has such a strong detent. He thought it was made for me, which is awesome. So I really appreciate that. And that one's kind of, you know, it's got some sentimental value. So it'd be kind of cool to have one of all the knives he's doing. And yeah, so that's my reasoning for wanting to keep this guy around. Plus, I think it's really, really cool. I love that blade shape. I think it's going to be super useful to use as well because you have that low tip. And it's not a huge knife. That's one thing, you know. And then, you know, the main thing that kept me away from the pre-order was that frame lock, right? Being left-handed, I just avoid frame locks. But I got lucky on this example right here. It works pretty much flawlessly left-handed. So I'm really happy to see that. There you go. See, I bound it up, put pressure in the wrong spot, which will happen. And again, see that oil just starts building up there, and you just clean it off before you cause any issues. So anyway, that is the Bridgeport Knives 1827. Keep an eye out for folks in the pass around group. Hopefully a bunch of guys will want to check this out, and stay tuned for any other videos from me. Thank you to Bridgeport Knives. Check out the 1827 dropping soon, and I love you guys. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day, and I will catch you later.